from what we've heard.
The lighting makes it look warm.
All right, it's going live. We're just waiting for it to get going.
Okay.
Are we live?
Yeah.
Yep.
We're live. Are we ready now?
Yep.
You don't have to say that. No.
All right, we'll be good to go.
That would be my We had sunshine. All right, let's get this meeting going. I'll call the order. Go stand up for the pledge of allegiance. Jason can lead.
Yeah.
Pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you for that. All right, let's go roll call. Am I doing it? I'm doing it.
Frank,
Huh? Kim, you doing it?
Frank,
Speak loud. Here.
Craig,
Here.
Miller,
Here.
Ennis,
here.
Dedek,
Here.
Leonard,
Here.
Beavers.
Yep. Because I would have went first. Take my way. Public comments. No, all right.
No on.
Did you say hold on?
No one.
No one. You're gone. Kim, we lost you. All right, consent agenda. So basically, instead of going through every one of these things, do we consent to approve of them? Basically, minutes from the last meetings, the bills are here. Then whatever else is on there. This minutes from city council, January 25th.
Make a motion to approve those.
All in favor?
Second.
Oh, second, sorry. Now all in favor.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, moving on. Item number
I'm-
2.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear who was second that.
Scott Dedek.
Okay. Thank you.
Motion to approve the resolution 2503, tentatively approving assessment roll.
Make a motion to approve this. I'll second that.
Okay, got a motion, a second. Any discussion? Because I have no idea what this is.
That was for $800, not the 600.
That's
It's
for
for
800.
the mowing
Oh,
down
Yeah.
yes.
on the bottom of the hill.
Basically, it's just Heidi signed special assessment and now we have to motion to put it in the paper.
There we go. So basically step 3 of 17.
So this
Yeah.
is a misprint
Yeah, it's
for
fixed already.
600.
It's already fixed.
All right, so any more discussion?
Yeah. Does it really take 3, 4, 5, 6 months
Yes.
for $8 for mowing?
Yep.
Mhm.
You figure what? I don't know what Dave spends on it, but what, 45 minutes maybe, 20, 35 minutes?
Private company mows it.
Oh, the private company owns it? Yeah.
Yeah, the mowing. I'm not objecting to
He's
the
talking
$800.
about
I'm taking,
our
talking
process.
about the length of time that,
Yeah.
and the times we've got to put
Yeah.
this in a meeting.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yearly thing.
It's the law.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we have to go by law. That way we can assess our property taxes.
We definitely don't like to do it.
All right, any more discussion?
Jim will go in.
Okay, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. All right, number 3. Motion to approve 2525 Grant Street Amendment.
I will make a motion to approve the amendment.
I'll second.
Okay, we got a motion, a second. Any discussion? You guys understand what this is? Okay,
What?
What are you gonna say?
so the improvement to Grant Street, they had to reassess it for drainage. And they didn't include after the curve going to second mover, so that is now included in that. From what I just learned, we're gonna be losing Shawwassee Street for next year, though, right?
We're gonna take from that.
We're gonna take money out of the Shawwassee to get Grant Street.
Shiawassee was to be redone from the curve where they stopped up to the cemetery.
Is that right, Dave?
Correct,
That
and
part.
Shiawassee, that extension of Shiawassee was always, and the reason we did it and shelved it was because the intention was to always put sewer in when we did.
Okay.
And sewer is now at the corner,
Sewer is at the corner.
so. Whenever it does get done, you will do that?
That is what the whole purpose of, that's why we shelved it, and why the cost
Okay.
was so much more.
It's like, it's several $100,000 to put that road in and do the sewer. on Shiawassee.
Something that is not heavily trafficked. All right, any more discussion on the Grant Street amendment? All right, let's do roll call since it's money.
Frank,
Yes.
Craig,
Yes.
Miller,
Yes.
Ennis,
Yes.
Dedek,
Yes.
Leonard,
Yes.
Beaver.
Yes. And that motion is pushing through. All right, number 4, motion to approve ESTA employee notification letter.
All right,
Big.
so the new ESTA law that's coming out has to do with sick leave, minimum wage increasing, still in the, it's going to the Senate right now, so we could possibly totally escape this, but we have to, and notify the employees, so this is just for the letter to give the employees so that we know that.
And just so you know, that letter that you're seeing right now is your notification.
So we're trying
Because
to.
you guys will all get that same benefit of the law if it does go into effect.
Yeah, everyone sitting at this table will also get this. So every 30 hours you work, you get an hour of sick time. Of ESTA. So we're not diving too far into this. Kim and I've done a lot of different trainings on it to learn about it, but what's at the Senate right now. So the House approved it, sent it to the Senate. If you're a small business of 50 or less, we won't apply for it, so we can totally not have to deal with it.
But we need the approval of this just in case it doesn't change and we have to do this. So it has to be done by February 21st. So it cannot wait till the next meeting.
We really don't have a choice because this is gonna be the state law.
I make a motion to approve it. Support.
All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion approved.
Obviously, we'll come with more details if we actually have to do that.
Yeah, once we figure it all out, then I was hoping to have the handbook redone by now, but I'm waiting on all of this. So once they have figured it out, then I will put this into the handbook and then bring it to you guys for approval for the handbook. But then we'll be able to explain everything that's hopefully changed and hopefully it's 50 employees and under and we don't have to deal with it.
Item number 5, motion to approve. It has C280 Phase 2 RFP for Woodhall parking lot.
You wanna talk about that?
I can, sure.
We met with Matt Shastel, Kim, myself. Oh, sorry.
I'll make a motion. Second the motion.
All right, got a motion approval and a second, so not a motion approval, but motion to approve with a second, so discussion. This is the parking lot over there by the school. We met with Shassel. You want to take it from there?
No, you go
Okay.
ahead.
Basically to reintroduce communications with the school to figure out where we're gonna be. They have phase 1 done, so we're looking at phase 2 right now, which is the more northern part of the parking lot. They did soil removal for the very north end and next to where their curbing is, they don't know what's in the center. So they may have to do some more mediation of the soil contaminations. None of it has gone to Detroit. It has all been able to go to Lansing, so we have saved some money there. But it is basically moving forward. So we have the designs here. If you guys want to look at them, we don't have them out right now, but afterwards you're coming some other time to look at what it's going to be. But right now we're at the point where we as the city is looking at budgeting and where the money's gonna come from, because we have some set aside already for it, that we've set aside for a while. The school has money set aside. They are open and okay if we don't do it instantly. It may be next year, it could be the year after, but when they have the money and then we have the money, it's a joint venture between the two of us, because we will utilize that parking lot a tremendous amount as well from a city aspect. And the
This is
school-
a 50-50 thing?
That, nah, they have more into it than we do. Just because they pay for most of the curbing,
They've got
For
more
the bus
money than
change.
we do.
maybe.
Yes,
Do they,
Kim says yes.
do they own that piece of property?
Together jointly.
we bought the property together.
And was that 50-50?
Yes,
So
And the
the, oh,
cost of removal of a building?
And that's all been paid, it's all paid already.
everything was split 50-50 that way, but when they started the parking lot, actual structure, the school has paid for their part. We paid 30,000 for the part that's been done already.
Yeah.
They paid the rest.
Yep,
Now
we
it's the part that we own together, and then that's what they would like us to do the bidding. So that's what this is about, is approving to have the bids go out to see what it's gonna be and whether we want to move forward with it or we want to wait. We have $125,000 put aside for this parking lot. So we'd like to know whether it's gonna be that much or it's gonna go way up or where we're gonna be at. If we put the RFP ads out, we'll probably get a better idea what it's actually gonna cost us. And then you can make a decision whether you wanna keep going and do it now or wait. And if it's gonna be a lot of money, I'm sure we're just gonna wait.
And what is the cost?
We don't know, that's why we have to
We
get-
C2A. No,
I spoke
the-
to Adam, yesterday, and he's willing to put a proposal together, which will split with the school on what it'll cost. We already have the design done, obviously, but he needs to talk with the engineers that was working, Levitt and Stark, to see if anything was ever modified from the original design. And then we can move through, my thought was to bid it out now, so that we can probably get maybe the same contractor that'll be doing the roads on Treat, and see if we can bundle it, but price it and do all the costs separate, since it's gonna be two different projects, but with the same contractor.
Right, and that will lower the cost because they're already here, they have the equipment here.
And is this another case where we have to have C2A involved?
Well, the school
it's just
basically
an
put it in our
RFP, isn't it?
hands.
Yeah, I mean, the school asked us to do it, and they're the engineering firm that we use, so. It would be cheaper to go with them because they already know what's going on with it.
What's the price of this?
We don't
That we don't know, I
yet.
mean, right now, this is just getting the bids, so we're approving to
No,
send
no,
bids
no.
out.
The price that C2A is charging us to
We,
do this?
we don't know yet. It just happened.
Yeah, I mean, we just talked to them like, last week.
They're already gonna put an RFP out for the roads. So I can't imagine it's gonna be that much more for this. But we're probably gonna get a better price because they're gonna do it together.
Right, they don't have to design, so if you saw the two roads,
Already done.
right, the two roads that.
We paid for that.
Right, the two roads that we had, that we were gonna get, it was 39, plus 9,000 was adding the drainage. So it's gonna be less than that, because we don't have to do much with the design, only if there was stuff changed. He's.
We'll have to see if anything's changed.
Because they've been working on this.
Yeah, I mean,
I mean, as
they
far
know
as I
what's
know,
going on. They're the ones that did the original design, so it'd be a lot cheaper to have them do it instead of finding somebody else, because then we have to put bids out again, since they're already locked into the city. It's easier just to have them do it. It's cheaper to have them send it out there right now.
Wasn't Adam working with the engineer at one point with the school, like they were, I think they were.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so, yeah, because I know the school knew
So-
about C2A.
What is this motion specifically for?
To send out, to approve to send out bids.
So what's
That's
the
all.
cost to approve to send out bids? So we're not talking about money right now.
No, we're just sending out bids to get
Okay.
people to do it. That's all
So
this is.
C2A is not gonna bill us again for doing this RFP.
I would imagine there's gonna be a small price to actually have them fill out the RFPs to send out, but I don't,
It's not gonna
I
be
can't say.
$10,000 or
No.
even $5,000.
No,
Would that be in their original contract we had with them?
I mean, It's extra work, so we'll charge us whatever their $150, $200.
It'll
they
come
add
from
up.
our 120 that we already had shelved for this project itself.
Which we need for something else.
If this 120 is already sitting, waiting to be used for the parking lot.
Yeah. So this is just to send out bids. That's all we're trying to prove right now.
Yeah, well, there's nothing in the packet other than that one
Yeah,
line, so we just
I was
wanted
hoping
to
to
make
get
sure that we're
something.
not gonna
Yeah.
quote, find out it's $40,000
Yeah.
we approved, because we weren't sure what we were doing.
Right.
He tried, I got an email at like 5 that it's like, we don't have anything significant enough for me to bring tonight, so.
Okay.
But that was, I mean, we gave him like 24 hours to try to do something and,
To give us something.
yeah, but.
We like to read.
Mhm.
Any more discussion? Nope. All right, let's go through, just all in favor. We don't need a roll call, so it's not money. Just all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Yeah, the motion is passed, so we will get those things done. All right, next on the line, number 6, audit reports.
We got the audit back from VMD and Associates. It was a clean audit, which is the highest remark they can give. We did not have any issues that they want us to look into or fix moving forward, so we are going to continue moving forward with.
Can we approve these one at a time, or can we bundle them?
I don't think this needs a motion. This was just
Information.
information.
Yeah. So, he said what was the wording that he used? We're strong financially set
Oh.
community?
Yeah, they look at if your general fund has more than 6 months of funding in it for everything that you do, they consider you a strong entity. And we had somewhere around 12 months. So he concluded that we were very strong. Our ability to continue.
Kim, do we need to do anything special with it, or we don't need to prove anything, it's just informative, right?
Correct.
Okay. Anybody have any questions on those? Pull up the reports, read through them. You guys have questions? Call to now. Call Kim when she's back, probably not on vacation.
Or stop in.
Or stop into. That might be the easiest way, that way you can physically go through it, with her, because she can explain it to you a lot better than I can. I would never even try. All right, any other questions, or are you guys ready to move on? Okay, number 7, budget information. Budget process overview.
So I just kind of wanted, this is just informational too, to get us kind of kicking off on the budget. I created a process overview, kind of what I do every month, or what we all do every month. In and out, like, for the budget. And then I put in a sample budget of what you will start seeing, basically from now until June. It has the activity for the last 3 years. It has our approved budget for this fiscal year, the activity that we've already had. Currently, I'm working on the projected activity through the end of June right now. I gave Dan his today. The library has theirs. I'm working with Sarah at the end with the library tomorrow, actually, to help them. Then I also, this year I put a 3-year average just to kind of see where the prices are, just to kind of compare when we start putting in the department requests and what I recommend. And in the notes section, you can see I have a couple notes in there already, but I'm gonna try to fill as many lines with notes as possible. Like I was saying in the finance committee, some of the things you wouldn't know, like what Daystar is under. So I'll put Daystar on the side and put Verizon and what other charges there are. But this is for you guys to look at. So if you find any questions that you have, you can always come in and call me. set up a time if you want to really go in deep with it. And then I included the capital improvement projects. You guys need to start thinking of what projects maybe we want to tackle in here. We have a lot coming up anyways in 2025, 26. Looks like we got the kayak launch, we got parking lot. We have the roads which are on here. Dave got a lot accomplished this past 2024 year, so big ticket items are kind of dwindled off, but so this is for you guys to just kind of look at and start thinking of where you guys want to go. Not to follow, I have any questions.
I mean, I would definitely take time to look at that. The more informed you are, the better you're gonna be, plus that way people ask you questions, you'll be able to answer them better, but if you don't know, ask her. That's the biggest thing.
Is there a way to get that sent to us in Excel?
Of course. It's an Excel, anyway, so we can send it to you.
Yeah.
That's how I need to send the edits. I sent it in Excel to the library, send it in Excel, because then you can just kind of play with numbers and so. Yes.
Any questions on this one? Yeah, this is just more informative.
Mhm.
No?
No.
All right, let's move on. Number 8, mass shooting protocol. That sounds exciting. Never have to be.
Mhm.
Is this kind of you, Dan, or?
It is, it's
Okay,
just basically game plan if something was ever to happen. And it's for city leaders. And it starts from basically time of incident, a week, 2 weeks to a year later. A lot of it has to do with memorial funds, because then all the fraudsters come out and that type of thing. Working with the school, having an open conference with them, also just basically a playbook if it was to ever happen. Probably stay on the shelf, hopefully. From 2018 to 2023, we averaged one school shooting a year in Michigan. However, based on the number of schools, that's only 0.001%. So if that ever happening here, but you don't want to be that one. So if we do, we want to be able to say that, okay, we've been ready for it. Basically, you're judged on how well you contain the chaos, really. So it's something that we hope will never happen, but if we have it, we have a plan.
so another thing, review that. Decision around it, if it happened, I'm sure you'll be called on to do some things. Obviously, whoever's in the mayor position will take the brunt of it. Not be the brunt, but more of talking to the public and stuff, but. there's a
You
lot
be
of
the
things.
public information officer and
Yeah, everything would go funnel through here that you would tell. So. That's something good to know. That's nothing that you never want to have it, but let's be prepared in case it ever did. So, you guys have any questions on this? That's just something you gotta sit down and go through it, and if you have questions, go to Dan. I'm sure I'll be sent down to Dan at some point in time, it's like, what's going on? All good with that one, guys? All right, LSW Emergency Services, EMS, yearly report.
so put together, the report for LSW. I didn't know, you had the, yearly report. Didn't know if you had any questions about that. One thing that will increase is, as of the 8th of last month, we took over Victor Township. So that will have a own category there now, for Victor Township. And other than that, it's kind of status quo. We will be working on getting our new mutual aid agreements, because they're up this year. So the ambulance does have to have mutual aid agreements with like city of Owasso, Perry, Clinton area, case we have a mass casualty or just that our ambulance is out on a call and another call comes in, they come in for under mutual aid. So they don't get paid anymore. They just have to eat the expense coming here, but they will still charge the patient for the services.
What is good intent? What does that mean?
Well, under the good intent, it's basically we were dispatched and canceled en route.
Okay.
Or we went to somewhere, somebody called in, say an accident, by the time we get there, they've left.
Oh.
That kind of thing.
Okay.
Another would be like a controlled burn. Somebody calls in that there's a big fire. Well, they actually had a burn permit and somebody was burning out back.
Yeah. Okay. What are you giggling about, Kim?
That happens a lot.
Tell Andy to stop.
Yeah.
Why did Victor join us and did they get the same millage or? just-
Well, they're working on that. So currently, well, previously they had been serviced by Mercy Ambulance. And typically the ambulance was coming either out of DeWitt or out of Lansing. And their response times was anywhere from 18 to 25 minutes to get on scene. And so the residents felt that they weren't being serviced well. Because Victor Township does not have the call volume to actually have an ambulance stationed out there. So the ambulance coming from Laingsburg is a lot closer, especially when Meridian Road is right here.
Mhm.
And Meridian Road is the dividing line. So until April 1st, they were not being charged the 2 mills. The township now is looking at how they're gonna pay for that 2 mills to provide for LSW. We have a contract with them till then, and then starting April 1st or prior to that, they'll have to decide how they're gonna come up with the money.
Thank you.
Any more questions on that? Okay, going on to number 10. Police Department Activity Report. Do you want that or you want Randy to take?
Were you doing the monthly or the
I
yearly?
think this is the yearly one.
This is the 3-year analysis, I believe, that you put together.
Yeah, I just, every year I put together the yearly analysis along with a 3-year analysis of what we've done and again, the top 10 calls basically that we go to for reports. And I threw it in there and have you guys read it and see if you had any questions or concerns or
What is OUIL?
operating under the influence of liquor, drunk driving.
That makes sense.
And OUID would be drugs.
So for the 3-year analysis, are those what you've responded to? Are they within the city proper?
They're all in the city proper except for the ones for assist agencies. Those assist agencies, would be assisting either the county, MSP, Child Protective Services, Adult Protective Services. A lot of times going outside of our jurisdiction to assist. And again, we have mutual aid agreements with the sheriff's department, so.
Any more questions on that one?
Seems like the trends are fairly consistent with the number of calls. When you see something like domestics double in a year, is that like, or I know you can't comment on individual, is that like recalls at like a couple of households, or are you just seeing more calls in general?
No, it depends. Yeah, more calls in general. You know, sometimes they'll call, sometimes they won't.
Mhm.
Sometimes they just leave.
Yeah,
Sometimes the neighbor calls, so hard to say. Looks like our death investigations pretty much stay concurrent.
Any more questions? All right, thank you, Dan. Move on to number 11, local routes license renewal. This is a yearly thing, I believe.
The state did renew their license. This is just letting to inform you that they are that the state did approve their license and they now have another year.
Any questions on that one? That's pretty self-explanatory. All right, number 12, 2025 CapCon Lansing. Sign up before February 7th.
So
Okay.
this is a big thing in Lansing that they have every year, and February 7th is the last day that you can sign up before they charge you another $100. So if anyone is considering going, we'd love it if you did it before, signed up before the 7th. And all you need to do is email me and let me know and I'll sign you up for it.
That's in March, isn't it, Kim?
Yes, I believe so.
Mhm.
And hopefully you can, when you look online, you'll be able to hit on those links and it'll tell you all about it and who the speakers are and all that good stuff.
What's the cost of this?
350 each. 350?
And there is a budget set aside for training for all of you guys too. So kind of go in that. I don't know what the budget is set for, but
You're under it.
okay.
I'm not sure what it is, but I know that you're under it.
All right, so yeah, look into that stuff. I mean, I was looking a little bit the other day and I thought it was kind of nice to do, so I might go do it. Just like I said, knowledge is power
Was it a 1-day thing?
Mhm.
I believe it's 2.
too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like a day and a half.
Too.
In person?
It's- Yeah,
Yeah.
Lansing.
Yes. But it's nice because it's right in Lansing.
Saturday and Sunday.
I think it's during the week, actually.
Thursday. Or Wednesday, Thursday.
At a golf course. Golf or
In March,
No, it's not at a golf course.
indoor.
indoor, yeah.
18 hole.
We can
indoor.
handle All right, moving on to 13, building and zoning reports for 2024.
This was on last month, but not in your packets because somehow it wasn't in there. So this is his report for January through December of last year.
We did not do one for January of this year.
Okay. So 54 permits, 4 additional permits before I started, blah, 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 $12,193 for the year. Now, keep in mind, there's a lot of buildings going on for permits. This is not the norm that we would see.
Mhm.
And we paid him 10.
He's been paid $8,000.
So
But he.
$10,000 for 12.
Yeah, he wasn't hired until later.
and then we're gonna,
As of right now, we're 9,000 deficit.
we're gonna get some better reports from this too, but this is something that we will revisit to see if it's something you guys want to keep or we want to look at other things, but I mean, we don't have the county to do this anymore, so we have to have a private business to do it. And we have to have somebody do it, you know.
Again, this is just for informational purposes.
For his contract, it's supposed to do it every month, right?
Yes, yes, so I'm gonna start telling them that we need to have better reporting, because this is not good enough in my mind.
Mhm.
We need to have better ideas of.
Yeah,
Monthly.
yeah, that's, it's pretty good.
It'd be nice if it'd be nice if he could do the Excel spreadsheet that he puts all the stuff in. That way you can see what's open, what's closed,
Right.
who's paid.
Any more questions on that one? All right, committee reports. You guys want to go through them individually? Or is there anything outstanding for any committee that needs to be brought to people's attention?
Nothing outstanding on police or fire, but any questions on them?
For finance, the fiscal agents agency agreement that we gave to the library. They're having a lawyer take a look at before they sign.
The library had a successful silent auction. Put a lot of work into it. And don't know the exact figure, but I think it was close to $6,000 to work. So,
That's from Winterfest.
yeah, that's right.
I know, DDA, Leah came in from the MEDC, she gave a presentation over Main Street, Main Street again, just to get more information out to the DDA. Everybody on the board seemed a lot more comfortable after that presentation, they actually understood it more, so it took them 2 times to get a lot of it done, but,
That was the match on me.
yeah.
No,
No, not the match on
Main
Main,
Street.
the Main Street presentation. What is that? It's part of the. what-
It's part of it goes along with the RRC. Main Street comes in and once you get to a certain level, you get opportunities for more grants. They help you with your downtown, getting the DDA who's kind of in charge of the downtown and developing it and putting money towards it. They help you do that and stay on track.
So it's good opportunities. They talked about the beer tent, for Summerfest. I told them they need to look at the cost analysis of that to see if it's even worth doing, so. You know, Mike Putnam's gonna get some ideas of costs of what things are gonna be for tents and chairs and tables. Cost of the beer and stuff, so haven't confirmed they're doing it yet, they're looking at the analysis to see if it's worth it, because there's not gonna be a lot of money involved. And it's supposed to be a fundraiser for the DDA, so they're seeing if that's what they wanna do. Advertisement for the Sleepy Hollow DDA and the city, they usually put some type of, thing out there. Since Sleepy Hollow is gonna be basically closed for most of the season, they even told us not to do it. So, because it didn't make any sense.
Cobb isn't even gonna approach anybody.
I don't think so. Yeah, I would not, I would hope they don't.
Cobb is the company that puts this pamphlet together to advertise your business.
Yep.
At Sleepy Hollow. And it also includes a map of Sleepy Hollow. And that's really the attraction to the visitor.
Yep.
Is that map, but then your ad is there as well.
Gotcha. New sign, they talked about the sign on the corner of the parking lot, the sign price miraculously somehow dropped. But they haven't bought it yet, so they're gonna see if it drops again. But they haven't bought it yet, because the idea is they may buy it, put it in storage, so it doesn't keep going up in price. But if they trend it coming down, they're gonna try to hold off buying that, so, because that would be the LED sign that will be on the corner that will have all the information and stuff coming up.
Does that match the other school signs?
I
Digital
don't
signs?
think so. I don't think.
No,
it's the
it'll
same.
sit lower to the ground.
Yeah.
So that everyone can see it in that
Even
corner.
I think it's bigger.
Color scheme the same?
I don't know what the color scheme is. Purple and
It's,
yellow.
I think it's black. I think it was a black. Yeah,
Which
it's
will be
more black.
really
Yeah.
black,
It's gonna have the same kind of screen that,
Mhm.
that you program into it.
Yeah, like more like the high school.
And who runs that?
The
It
DDA will
matches
buy
more
it.
the city signs.
The city-
Yeah, this is the DDA, so this would be city stuff.
So the DDA will own it, but I think they'll probably have this city or whoever programs it. So, I know the pocket park, that's what it's called. They're still looking at that thing. Mark wants to stay on as long as the city can to get that thing done. If you guys don't know what that is, it's the park in front of the post office. They're having big size chests and ping pong tables like concrete, so they want to get more activity out there. That's what they're looking at. The DDA is gonna buy all that stuff. But once that's done, we'll probably step off. That's what the DDA is got. I know DPW is just snow removal. And ice. So. Anything else from anybody else?
What sidewalks are plowed with the snowmobile thing?
So the city,
Is it all, what do you mean?
everyone's responsible for their sidewalk.
But like we have a little tractor that drives up and down the sidewalks.
We do what's the downtown, if it's the business owners are responsible, but if it's something that has the tractors on, then we do that. Other than that, primarily what we do is what was called the Safe Route to Schools roads, sidewalks. West Street, Grand River, Woodbury Road.
Doyle. Like the subdivisions, unfortunately.
Well, that's, yeah, I mean, I'm at the corner, so
Yeah, you gotta
I
think-
wonder, I'm like, oh, why do they go like down West Street, but then not come into the subdivision? But that explains why, so it's for,
Dave just doesn't like you.
it's not every street that, not every sidewalk in town.
No, it's,
Yeah.
and so many of our sidewalk, our blade is 5 foot, so many of them sidewalks aren't 5 foot code
Right.
that we peel sod and everything else and
That's my worst.
then we do the other one.
Yes.
That's your words.
Yeah, I like my guess.
All right, any other items anybody wants to bring up? Questions? We're just gonna die. We're just gonna get said.
Sounds good.
Okay, so a lot of informational things in this. I mean, I highly recommend looking at them. One thing I want to make sure you guys understand is when the packets come out, review them. That way you guys have an idea instead of getting blind shot here. Look at the packets, see what you have. If you have any questions, stop in. I mean, if you have questions, call them. I mean, they're really, they're here to help. And then they can advise us on best things to do and then we make our decisions from there, but give yourself time to review it. If you have questions, write them down and bring them in and go from there, so. Any questions or comments from the gallery? Y'all look like you're sleeping. What you got?
Hi, Mr. Mayor, thank you. I just wanted to come and introduce myself. My name is Chris Evelyn, and I am the new Community Relations and Grants Manager for Shiawassee Health and Wellness, which was at one point called Community Mental Health. So I just wanted to make an effort to come out and reach all of our municipalities and our school boards to remind everybody that we're here and we provide mental health services for people who have severe and persistent mental health problems. We were talking a little bit earlier about the active shooter drill. Hopefully we can help play a part in prevent any such incident from going on. I also had the privilege to talk with your school board here. I think you have a great school district. And I have a little bit of information about the services for anybody who'd like any. A little bit about myself. I am a recovering mayor. I was mayor of Owasso for 6 years, 3 terms, and I was on the city council there 13.5 years. So everything you're talking about sounds familiar and dreadful. So, but just wanted to let you guys know that we're here and I can get you any contact information or any other information that you need. And look forward to partnering with you in the future.
Appreciate it. Thank you. Okay. All right, need a motion to adjourn. Hold on. What do you need, Perry? I make a big hand.
DPW. Okay, so the barn is done.
Okay.
Okay, so you are going to be first on the list moving the Boy Scout stuff in.
Okay.
Okay. Second will be the city moving the sleigh and the big items into the middle of the barn. And then last will be the Little League, because we haven't got any shelving for them to store their equipment yet. Proper procedure to go through to get the Lions Club $750 back because of the engineered thing from your previous inspection.
Okay.
So just please give them some direction, what you need to bring it back to expend the money back to the Lions Club.
Okay.
You just reminded me of something that I think is kind of wrong. The Spring Fest. The city charges a camping permit fee because of the carnival people staying down there. And I kind of think that this benefits the city, all the money from that that the Lions Club gets from that, right, comes back into the community. So why don't we kind of throw our 2 cents in and forego charging them?
Charging them, what do we charge them?
I don't think it's us, I think it's the health department. 'cause the
Yeah,
health department
I was gonna say, we don't get any money.
Yes.
Yeah, it's not a.
Are we rid of them now, though?
No.
The health department, no, we can't get rid of the health department. It's the building inspectors that doesn't work. We don't have accountability.
So health department
Requires it because they're living down there.
Yeah,
for
Yeah.
3 days.
yeah, that's out of our control.
Actually, it's pretty much a week. Because they're coming
Yeah.
in on Friday, Saturday, and not leaving till the following Monday,
On
or,
Thursday.
you know, a week later on Monday.
I mean, I can ask the health department about it, but
And-
that's.
And with them stepping in and getting a fee, everybody is safe then, and otherwise they wouldn't be.
I think so,
Allegedly.
yes.
Mhm.
But yeah, I mean, I can ask them about it. I'll call
I
Jeremy.
think we should push it a little.
Yeah, I'll call Jeremy. What reasoning there is. No, I don't know.
Is that abnormal for cities to charge that, and have they complained about it, or what brings that up?
I don't think there's been any complaints. I just was aware of it and I thought it was wrong. Simple as that.
No, see if I can get some answers.
You know, it's for the benefit of the community.
I just didn't know if you were like the odd city out or something, or odd county out, I guess. If Kerwood Festival charges that, you know.
I'll call it. I mean, that'd be another question. This is all try once again. All right, any other items? Okay, need a motion to close the meeting.
No move.
Need a second?
Second.
We're officially done. Thank you, everybody.